What's up, what's up? It's Alec here. Soulful Guitar Lessons. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually not even going to touch the guitar today, and you'll find out what I mean in a second. Today I have my DAW set up, Logic, and what I did, I thought it'd be super fun to take a song like today I chose Ghost by Justin Bieber and just use the lyrics, like the acapella essentially, and make our own chords and harmonies under it and like reharm it. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how I did that, right? I actually, there's some software that you can use to strip the instruments from the entire song. So check it out. Here's what we're working with. I'll just play the whole thing for you, actually. Okay, cool. How did we do that? So what I first did is I went to the iTunes store and I purchased the song. Okay? And then from that you can drag the song into your DAW. Pretty simple. Here. And then what's super cool is like, here, I already have it kind of set up, so I'm gonna delete that. But what you do is there's this software called Isotope. Isotope Music Rebalance, and what it does, I'm going to show you, like, is you can isolate just the vocals or just the bass or just the drums, whatever, you know? So cool, crazy technology, right? Or if we just wanted the bass. You know, it's not perfect, but it's enough to where we can exercise and do this exercise. Okay, great. So we have now the acapella of this song. Let me Oh, that if I can't be close to you, I settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. Yeah. And if you can't be super awesome. Okay, great. So then what I did was I added some chords under it. And what I'm thinking, okay, this song is originally in the key of D. So the chords originally go B minor, which is a 6, to G, which is the 4, to D, which is the 1, and to A, which is the 5. And what I'm thinking, okay, it's in the key of D. So let's just keep that intact, right? And we're going to just play a lot of the D note, but we can mess with the chords underneath it. So here's what I ended up doing. And I'm going to just play the isolated piano part, which I was playing. Oh, that if I can't be close to you, I settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. Yeah. And that was in context with the song. So here I'm just going to play just the piano part. If I can't be close. Notice I'm hitting that D note. Ba, ba, you know? Ba, ba. Cool. Like that note really gives it that like hammers home. Okay, yes, we're reharming it, but also we're in the key of D. Remember, like D, 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 D. And this is like a super fun exercise. I would encourage folks to do it. You just take an acapella and you can make your own whole arrangement. You can make you could make a whole new song if you wanted to. And really what I did is just I made my own drums. Here, I can just kind of isolate it and solo it. I know we kind of focus a lot on like guitar and that type of thing, but you know, knowing about other instruments is really important too. And so literally I just found a loop and I chopped it up and it sounded like this first. I mean, I chopped it up a bit, but it sounded like this originally. I added some EQ. Some more EQ. Just added some low end. Some clip. So
little bit louder. And then a limiter at the end. Cool. And then I started adding some layers, you know, some percussion, and tambourine, right? Like so. You can hear that tambourine. And I took out all the low end from that tambourine. Yeah, all right, so now we got something that's kind of thumping along, and I'll just play the second half of this whole thing. And then I started adding more percussion layers, right? This is what it would sound like. Took out some of the high end and low end. So, added some hi-hat. And the way I'm doing it is like I have a sample library, but also like Splice is a really popular tool, and you can literally go in here and search. Okay, I want hi-hat or I want tambourine or whatever, and then I'm gonna show you how to make it fit within the song. So say here, I'm just gonna pull something up. Okay, so say we have this loop. I don't know what this loop is. It's just something. Okay, great. So we have this loop, and it's 70 BPM, but our actual BPM is 154, or what would that be? 80. You know, our actual BPM is slightly different. So what I do? Okay, so that should be like 4 bars. So you can use this little indicator here, and turn it on right here, and then all of a sudden you can change the BPM of the loop itself. So check it out. Or super cool. It's super useful. So if you have a loop or a sample and you want to stretch it, or make it longer or whatever, you know, you get the idea. It's super awesome and useful, especially if you're trying to work quick. And yeah, so that's about it. And then I added some bass to this song, and the bass is following a little bit of the chords, but it's doing some fun inversions. So I'm going to take off. So here's what it sounds like with... Oh, my bad. So I added some Pultec. I added some low 60. Added this 1176. It's like a compressor. Another compressor. I think it should be side chaining. And when somebody says side chaining, that means like, so every time the kick hits, the bass gets out of the way, so that they're not competing, because they're about the same low end frequency. So as the kick is going goo goo, the bass is backing out so the kick can take the lead, and then once the kick is done, you know, the bass kind of comes back in. And there's a way to set that up. I think I set that up in here, this compressor. There's a side... Oh, I didn't even do a side chain. Look at me. All right, well, there is a way to do it. You could, you know, have it be the kick right here, you know. That's what it should be. But anyways, not super important. And then I have another EQ here, just limiting all the low end. Kind of nerdy stuff, but all right. So let's see what's happening harmonically here. And like how I'm arriving at these chords is like, oftentimes, I mean, it's a lot of like, you know, experience, and I know that's not super helpful, but like a way that you could start thinking of it is approaching every chord from the 5. So say the first chord is a B minor, right, in like the original song. Well, you could play prior to that like the F sharp dominant chord, right? And then if, just as an example, and then as the next chord in the normal pop song like Ghost is just a G major, but you could approach it from a D7, which is what I ended up doing right here. Right there. I'm approaching it from the 5. And that's like a little hack, a way that you could start getting your feet wet with some reharmonization. And yeah, you know, just if you have GarageBand, it should come free, and you can use all this stuff. This Splice stuff, I think, is like $7 a month. These plugins are, you know, I think they vary in price. Some of them are more expensive than others. But anyways, this is just like a really fun, useful tool to start getting your feet wet with reharm and like exploring the DAW. So I'm just gonna play it once more so you guys can just kind of hear it. And yeah. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Like, I think this stuff is so fun. Fun. Okay. Fun stuff, right? Cool. Well, I'm going to be doing some more of this stuff. I hope you guys have found this useful. Let me know if you have any like questions or anything. I'd love to help out. I am, to be honest, like relatively new to this whole thing. I've been only producing and exploring the DAW for, I'd say, like 2.5 years. It was mainly during the pandemic that I really got my feet wet. And I guess depending on where you are in the world, the pandemic might still be raging. But anyways, it's beside the point. I had some folks really help me out and be like, okay, like, here's what you're doing right, here's what you're doing wrong. And it's just been really helpful. So any way I could like pass that, pay it forward would be awesome. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna log off here, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.